one of the biggest, and pretty much the biggest, I should say, HDR regionals that we got going on. It's an honor to be able to cast it for you guys. I'm having a great time here already before we even have the sets on. And we have the last member of the Nintunist carpool today. We have Arhungry out here, who plays Lucina, believes in the character. A lot of people say Lucina is not good in this game, but him, along with Z- from, I believe, NJIT,
Yeah, no, Z-
very much believe in the character. Going up against Fabiio, who I do not know, but he plays Falco. They play Falco, that much I know.
And Falco, if you love melee, exactly the character that you're going to want to pick up in this game. Really good combos, really strong game, lingering dare that basically spikes at all and every time. But there's a few little differences when you see Lucina, not only in the stance, as you see right there, but her nair is a lot different too. She actually does a loop to pull. You have to notice that.
And her shoes are looking pretty cool at the end of the day for it, and they're looking really cool right now. That beautiful forward smash from Arhungry, only with a clean 22% on his first stock already, looking pretty good. He actually plays this matchup with me quite a bit. I'm not a Falco main, but I did play a lot of melee in my heyday, and Falco in this game is in the tippy-top echelon of the top tiers, mainly because he is essentially melee Falco.
Yeah, and that's something you got to keep in mind too. Like, I mean, you're gonna have your best characters. Every game has that character that is just so obnoxious, so good for the right reasons, or maybe the wrong reasons. But Falco is just one of those characters that really gives you that nostalgic feeling of playing melee one.
Oh yeah.
And you see, like, Fabiio may not be one of the only Falcos that we see here today. I mean, I have seen that there is usually that one, maybe even two players that are playing Falco in this game. And if Rice is in the building today, you will be seeing Rice. And he is one of the very best players right now in this game, at least in the tri-state standpoint. But right now, it's Arhungry versus Fabiio, and Arhungry, despite being in the disadvantaged state, is still looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's barely even disadvantaged at this point, in my opinion. I mean, the worst. What we're going to be seeing from Hungry a lot is he's going to be going for a lot of. He's not going to be going for like a lot of off-stage edge guards, because that back air is going to take the stock, but he's going to be paying very, very close attention to Falco's jumps, especially from the ledge. It's pretty much textbook melee at this point. If you want to talk about these two characters, funny enough, you know, Falco Mark being prevalent in that game. It's essentially a lot of things change. It's still a different game at the end of the day, but Falco loses his jump off the level. Lucina gets a nice Randy forward smash or a forward air where they don't. Like, Falco gets greedy, like, I want to play like Mango, and they do double laser by ledge.
Yeah.
That's over. And that's all it takes. And right now we're seeing that work out. Right now we're seeing that exemplified in spades by Hungry right here, who's just holding a solid center stage neutral, just eating all the lasers, knowing he's up a stock. He doesn't have too much to worry about unless that down air comes clutch. And speaking of down airs, another one to reset game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you see Arhungry playing it so phenomenally right now. Like, the spacing is there. Everything is just being executed to perfection. And Falco, like I mentioned before, has really good advantage state, has really good combo game, can even put you, like, just doesn't allow you to play the game. However, if you have this character off stage, doesn't have a very durable recovery, doesn't have one of the best up Bs in the game, does make up for it with his jump height and usage of side B, however. But even then, this is looking like a dead Falco, probably not just going to add on a little bit of disrespect with that down air to go along with the lead.
Disrespect, it was also just insurance at the end of the day. You know, he just wanted to make sure that, you know, like, he wouldn't be able to hit him off ledge. Hungry is at a very high percent, which I believe, I don't know if they changed that in this game, if, like, the higher percent you're at, the less legend vulnerability that you have. Yeah. Why not just go for the Gimp? I mean, Fabio's shaking his head right there, but I mean, when you're at that level and he's up in stocks, there's no reason to really go for the depths of hell with it, as Hungry is one to do going up the first game.
And that's the problem with this character. Like I mentioned, you know, Falco is really good on stage, but if you get this character off stage, clearly it's easy to exploit, you know, the bad recovery state. And Fabiio seemed to be getting some, you know, sorts of seemed to get some sorts of combo game going in there. He had everything going. Started to figure out exactly what to do against Lucina. But like I mentioned before, this game is too fresh to even say, like, you know, who the best player is, who the best character is. Even then, like, you're going to see...
Duck Hunt.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to see characters like Duck Hunt later on in this tournament from players like Rex, who made the character, that you're probably going to say, why does this character do what it does? Or why is this character as cracked as they are? But, you know, that's just part of the game. And in terms of rule sets, guys, if you guys aren't familiar, we do have, it's a 4-stock, 8-minute game with full DSR. That's something to keep in mind. Winner gets 2 bans, and the starter stage is Battlefield. But PS3, that's something to keep in mind. It's not PS2, it's PS3.
Yeah, we
Smashville, Hollow Bastion, Direct Mach, which is Violet stage, basically. and the counter pick stages of Midgar, FD, and Congo Falls, which I really hope we can see by NC.
I would imagine that we're not going to see that in this set, depending on how this game number 2 goes already. But it's looking like we're going to Smashville. We got the moving platform out here, as we are one to have. I'm imagining that Hungry probably banned Midgar because he does not like that stage. He's not a fan of moving platforms, especially vertical ones. So I imagine he got rid of that because Falco can probably combo you very well on a stage like that. On top of it. I believe it was Hungry, yes.
Yeah,
and
got the game, yeah.
So yeah, it's looking pretty good for still looking good for Hungry so far. Already up a stock.
Oh yeah, I mean, even with that fire start coming out from Fabiio, it just seemed like Arhungry. I mean, so with this game, it's like obviously it's very new, and obviously we're still learning how this game works and what these characters can do at their full potential. But it goes back, if you have melee background, if you have Smash Ultimate background, if you just know how to play Smash, like that does transition into the game. And you're seeing it pay off. Arhungry being a former PR player in Smash Ultimate, a former PR player in Smash 4. I don't know how far back he goes back into Smash.
The final Smash 4 PR, he graduated 4th in the state.
Dude, but it's showing right now. Arhungry is definitely here to play, definitely making a statement. But Fabiio is not going to go out without swinging. He's going to be able to put himself on the board.
I mean, it's textbook, as Falco's a fast faller, which means he's super duper combo food, especially in a game where I do believe the grab timer was reduced a little bit. At least I would imagine it would be in this game for sure.
Yeah, chain grabs aren't as easy to confirm in this game. However, they are still a thing if you're able to, get the timing right. But now, Fabiio, in the blink of an eye, is bringing this back to a 2-stop game. However, Arhungry not gonna let it come that easily now. Just keeping Falco at the corner is such. It's such a good advantage state for Lucina.
And it's easier in this game as well because we've been talking about melee a lot since this is one of the staple melee matchups. But unlike that game, I mean, one thing they did retain for the Space Animals as compared to Ultimate is that you can shield his side B.
Yeah.
I mean, he can shorten it as well, like if he sees it coming. But if he's going to go all the way with it, like just the full flush side B, that Lucina's just going to be able to shield and potentially grab you for, or even better, just up B you out of shield if you're at relatively higher percent to be able to get that stock. We're not seeing that from Hungry right there, as that reversal from the back air is going to launch him off the level, and the up back air is going to do it. Fabiio actually taking the lead in this game number 2 right now.
Yeah, first time we see the lead coming out from Fabiio, and definitely, it took a little bit of time for Fabiio to adjust, but finally getting that bit of, just comfort now in this gameplay. However, that's going to be Arhungry evening things back out at 1 stock apiece. Arhungry 1 game away from moving on to the next round in the first set of HDR here.
Oh boy.
The Meteor Regional.
Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys saw it first. If you do not know what just happened, ledge hogging is a thing in this game, and it is unfortunate because Fabiio was doing everything right in that game too. However, all it takes is one misinput, one bad spot on the stage to lose your stock, and with a great ledge hog from Arhungry, he's going to be able to take the game, steal the game basically.
Falco gets like no drift in this game off of his up B on top of that. It's not like he can go straight up and then just like drift in like to try to negate the hitbox or like just go around like the hitbox Lucina's going to put out. It's not like that. If you go straight up, all she's got to do is grab the ledge.